everybody, and welcome to a new episode of SportsLine. I'm Cody Barr, and alongside of me is Bethany Lowe.
We have a great show planned full of your LaSalle sports, news, previews, and highlights.
So let's get started with some game recaps. Bethany?
The tennis team has started their season off right. On September 15th, the men's team took on St. Thomas in their season opener. LaSalle won by a score of 5-4. Junior Tom McLeod led LaSalle with a singles victory, and McLeod came through with a doubles victory as well with help from freshman Mark Robinson. Freshman Brian Backlicko earned his first collegiate victory with a two-set victory, each by a score of 6-4. LaSalle junior Andrew O'Connell got a victory in his singles match by winning the first two sets. LaSalle junior Dale Fetterman and junior Robert Cassano earned a doubles victory by a score of 8-1. After this win, they have St. Joe's Invitational and a home match against University of the Sciences.
The women also came out with a win in their season opener. The Explorers topped Gwynedd Mercy College 5-4. Junior Celesta Smith and senior Chloe Trav led the Explorers with their respective singles victories. Smith teamed up with senior Caitlin Coelho to earn a victory with a score of 8-4. Trav paired up with sophomore Margot Tavia to pull another win for the Explorers. Tavia also had her first collegiate singles victory against the Griffins. The women's team will take on a 2-week break before their next match, which will begin September 29th on the road.
LaSalle Golf competed in the Rutgers Invitational on September 13th and 14th. Led by sophomore Justin Smith with a 12th place finish, the Explorers finished 7th out of 17 teams. On a par 71 course, Smith carded a 71, a 74, and a 72 in the 3-round tournament with a 217 total. USC Upstate won the Invitational for the 3rd straight year, while Jacob Stockel of Rutgers won the individual title. The Explorers will take to the green again on September 28th in Virginia for the George Mason Intercollegiate.
On Saturday, September 14th, the men's soccer team was able to secure its first win of the 2013 campaign against St. Peter's. After a quiet first half that only had 2 shots on net from both teams, LaSalle senior Andrew Lill used his head to break the tie and put the blue and gold up by 1. Check out the rest of the coverage of the game.
The men's soccer team took to McCarthy Stadium in their second home game of the young season. Their opponent, St. Peter's, entered with a winless record just like LaSalle. The first half of play was evenly matched. Neither team had scored a goal, and both goalies were only forced to make 1 save each.
I thought the breeze was a major factor in the game at halftime, and in the first half we defended the breeze for 45 minutes. I think we did a solid job. We got off 0-0, and we knew we were going to have the advantage in the second half.
The first team on the board was LaSalle, who scored in the 50th minute when senior Andrew Lill netted his first goal of the season off of an assist by fellow senior Jason Plumhoff. The Explorers celebrated in style, but their excitement came to a halt. And just like that, about a minute later, St. Peter's matched LaSalle. It wasn't until the 77th minute that LaSalle recaptured the lead. Jason Plumhoff connected an assist by Joe Farrell to put the Explorers up 2-1. Neither team struck again. Senior goalie John McCarthy had to make only 2 saves in the win.
Well, I think there's certain sequences where we had good flow, where guys were moving off the ball and we were playing balls 1 and 2 touch to feet.
With the first win of the season under their belt, the Explorers are ready to take on the Drexel Dragons.
Obviously, it's the hardest one to get is the first one. Now we have to continue to pile on the victories as we move along.
Despite the excitement coming off their first win, they were unable to pull it off again on Tuesday, September 17th, when they played Drexel. In a long scoreless game, it all came down to the final 7 seconds. The shots tally was at 23-6, with Drexel shooting on goalie John McCarthy all night long. Dragons senior Mark Donahue had the finishing touch when he scored the game winner in the final 7 seconds of the game, heading it past McCarthy for the win. Senior Jason Plumhoff led the Explorers with 3 shot attempts. Later on in the show, you'll see when Rohan Brown sat down with Plumhoff to talk about the season.
On Thursday, September 12th, women's soccer recorded a 1-0 win on the road against Villanova. Junior Kelsey Haycock scored the only goal of the game in the 16th minute, taking a pass from freshman Deja Davis inside the 18 and shooting it to the far post. Nova had many more opportunities to score, considering the 23-5 advantage they had in shots for the game and 3 corner kicks nearing the end of the game. Redshirt sophomore Jessica Wiggins stopped 5 shots to record her second shutout of the season.
On Sunday, September 15th, they had a 4-0 win over Loyola. 6 Explorers earned points in the win, improving the LaSalle's record to 6-1-0. Head coach Paul Royal commented on Kelsey Haycock's performance, saying that she was superb in the game and that her first goal was huge for the momentum. Take a look at when the Explorers took on the Greyhounds, brought to you by two of our newest reporters, sophomore India Dugue and freshman Amanda Keaton.
September 15, 2013, women's soccer had another amazing victory. They played against the Loyola Greyhounds. 10 minutes into the game, LaSalle's first goal was scored by Kelsey Haycock. After their first goal, the Greyhounds kept LaSalle off the board for the remainder of the first half. During the second half, LaSalle scored 3 more goals, leaving the Greyhounds scoreless. The Explorers, with a 4-game winning streak, go on to play the Yukon Huskies on Thursday, September 19th.
On September 14th and 15th, the women's volleyball team competed in the Crown Plaza Invitational. The Explorers went 0-3 over the weekend, facing Weber State, Temple, and American University. Weber and LaSalle were both going into the tournament with a losing streak, but the Wildcats were able to defeat the Explorers in straight sets on Saturday. On top of coming out of the victory, Weber snapped sophomore hitter Kelly Perillo's streak of 6 straight matches with double-digit kills, allowing her only 7. Game 1 was back and forth, ending with a score of 26-24. Games 2 and 3 ended 25-18 and 25-15, respectively.
On Sunday, the Blue and Gold faced Big Five rival Temple and the American Eagles, falling to both. Against the Owls, LaSalle lost games 1 and 2, rallied to win a close game 3, but fell to the crosstown rivals in game 4 to give them the match win. In their last game of the tournament, the Explorers went up against the undefeated Eagles, but had a key player missing from their front row. Standout hitter Kelly Perillo was unable to play in the match. The Explorers dropped all 3 matches to the Eagles. Leading the Explorers in kills in the tournament was sophomore hitter Laura Kohlmeyer, while leading the way in defense was sophomore libero Erin Noga with 30 digs.
On September 17th, the Explorers traveled to Baltimore to take on the Morgan State Bears. Despite out-attacking and out-digging the Bears, the impressive hitting percentage and blocking on the other side of the net brought Morgan State the decisive 3-0 win. Laura Kohlmeyer had 14 kills, Rachel Mellick had 24 assists, and Elena Lamping led all players with 8 digs in the match. Next up for the Explorers is traveling to Tennessee for the Memphis Invitational Tournament.
All right, when we return from this short commercial break, we will have more Explorer news and previews.
And don't forget, later on in the show, Rohan Brown will be sitting down with a student athlete, so stay tuned.
On Friday the 13th, the cross-country teams ventured to Belmont Plateau to race in the Friends Big Five Invitational against UPenn, St. Joe's, Villanova, and Temple. The men came out on top as a team and had many successful individual runners. 4 Explorers placed in the top 10 of the 6K, with Zach Sullivan finishing in 3rd place with a time of 18 minutes and 52 seconds, and Nico Greco, Vince Perozzi, and Ian Barnhill close behind.
On the women's side, out of the 63 runners, 8 Explorers finished in the top half. Rochelle Harrison, placing 9th, was the first Explorer to cross the finish line with a time of 14 minutes and 47 seconds for the 4K. Close behind her was Molly Mickle, Taylor Hackett, Anna Rios, and Kaylee McNally, all placing under 20th. As a team, the Explorers captured 3rd place with 66 points. Head coach Dan Ireland praised his team, saying he is pleased with where the team is at this point in the season. Next up for the cross-country team is the Main Line Invitational on September 26th.
Also on Friday the 13th, the field hockey team took the field against Sacred Heart, and well, we're not so lucky. After taking a quick lead after only 10 minutes on a goal by rookie Devin Morocco, her first of her collegiate career, soon after, fellow freshman Abby Lawrence found the back of the cage, giving LaSalle the 2-0 lead going into the half. After the half, however, Sacred Heart turned their offense on and scored 2 goals within 10 minutes. Senior Mariel Papa netted one in the 51st minute off of an assist by Olivia Shoemaker, giving LaSalle the lead. But it seemed as though the Explorers' luck had run out. Sacred Heart tied the game and scored first in overtime, handing LaSalle their 4th loss of the season.
Only 2 days later, on the 15th, the Blue and Gold tried to regain their luck against Fairfield University. Again, the Explorers struck early. Olivia Shoemaker scored her 3rd goal of the season only 3 minutes into the game. The Stags answered back with 2 goals in 30 minutes that followed. Before the half, Maddie Tettelbach found the back of the cage, giving LaSalle the advantage going into the half. Towards the end of the second half, however, Fairfield was relentless. They scored 3 times and never let LaSalle retaliate. The Explorers were handed the loss and left Connecticut with a 1-5 record.
Now let's send it over to Rohan Brown, who sat down with soccer standout Jason Plumhoff.
Then we will explore the latest headlines and tell you what game to watch this week in this week's marquee matchup. So stay tuned.
Hello, I'm Rohan Brown, and welcome to another interview segment. I'm here with Jason Plumhoff on the men's soccer team. How are you, Jason?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm great. Now, how's the season been going?
Season's been going well. We started off a little shaky. We had 2 ties, 2 losses, and we actually picked up a win the other day against St. Peter's, so that's a big confidence boost, and I hope we can work off that.
How was the experience after the win on Saturday? Because I was there and I felt the energy from the crowd and from the players.
Yeah, first one's the most important. It was huge for us to pick up that first one, and you could tell in everyone's aura, everyone's atmosphere that we just really needed that and boosted our morale as a team, and I'm really happy we got it.
That's nice. What position do you play?
They throw me everywhere. Right now I'm playing attacking center mid, right behind the strikers.
What responsibilities does that position have?
I have to create on offense. I have to create chances, assist the forwards, but at the same time I have to track back, kind of help my 2 defensive center mids to cut off the angles in the middle of the field, and just work with the team on defense as well.
So, do you have any goals for this season?
One of the goals we've had since we've got here was to make the NCAA tournament.
Right.
And I really hope we can do it this year. And I really think we can do it this year with some great leaders, some experience, and some young talent. So I think we have a chance.
All right. Now, soccer is a very tough sport. I know how complicated it may be. What made you get into the sport?
Well, I grew up in Germany, and they only really have soccer over there.
You grew up in Germany?
Yeah.
Do you speak German?
Yes, I speak German.
Could I get something right now?
Could you get some?
Yeah.
Ich spiele sehr gerne Fußball. That means I like to play soccer a lot.
All right. That's pretty cool. Did you see the qualifying match against the U.S. versus Mexico?
Yeah, I was actually hanging out with a bunch of my buddies watching that. I was flicking between that and the Brazil-Portugal game, so I caught most of it.
I don't actually understand the whole qualifying matches. Could you explain that to me?
Well, everyone wants to make the World Cup.
Right.
It's the biggest stage of the world. Biggest stage, biggest game, whatever. So everyone's trying to compete to get into the World Cup, but there's only a certain amount of teams that can play in the World Cup, so there's qualifiers, and they actually give everyone a chance to qualify for it. So the USA's in a group with a bunch of South American teams, and they're actually all really good. So it was probably pretty difficult for USA to qualify, but they pulled through, and I'm really happy to see them in the World Cup soon here next year in Brazil. So.
All right. So not only are you an athlete, but you are a student as well. What's your major?
My major is marketing and international business.
And what career are you trying to pursue?
I want to work with a marketing firm. It's really important for me to travel, so that's why I have the international business experience as well. I speak a few languages, so I just hope I can use that and go back to Europe and work over there, or maybe stay here and just use that to my benefit.
You say you speak a few languages?
Well, I speak fluently only 2,
All right.
but I know a couple other languages as well.
All right. And what's your favorite thing about LaSalle?
I think the campus, I would say. I was talking to you earlier about this. I really don't enjoy Temple's campus too much. It's too, there's not enough greenery, there's not enough scenery. I really like that there's a lot of trees. It's kind of open here at LaSalle, and just, even though we're in the city, it doesn't feel like it. So that's probably what I like the most.
All right. If you didn't come to LaSalle, where would you be right now?
I don't know where I'd be. I don't know. I'm happy I came here. I was looking at a couple other schools, but LaSalle just fit the best.
All right. Now this is going to be a little personal, but could you tell me about an athletic embarrassing moment?
Athletic embarrassing moment. I'm trying to think. Kind of put me on the spot here. I don't know.
All right, let's get to the next question. How do you tend to work out by yourself? Like, what's the mentality that you have?
I love working out by myself, to be honest. In the weight room, I like to have a partner.
Yeah.
It's always fun to work with someone else, kind of push each other. But just soccer-related workouts, I love running by myself. Just having my iPod as my buddy.
Right.
Just really getting in the zone and hitting the treadmills or something like that.
Now, since soccer is such an intense sport, I know you have like a playlist or something before you play a game or work out. Could you go through your playlist for me?
My playlist. I listen to everything. I like hip-hop, I like house music, I like Brazilian folks music. So it doesn't really, as long as I like it, I'll listen to it. So I'll have a bunch of different stuff on it.
All right. Now, you're from Maryland, right?
Yeah, correct.
What part of Maryland?
Ellicott City. It's like 20 minutes from Baltimore.
All right. So who would you say out of all your family members is your biggest fan?
Probably say my dad. He's always texting me and calling me, and he knows all the statistics. He knows who said this about me, how many goals I scored, what I did that last day. He knows everything. So I would definitely say my dad.
All right. Now, I was going to go off the subject of your family and soccer. What's your favorite Disney movie?
My favorite Disney movie? Was Space Jam a Disney movie? No, it wasn't, was it?
I don't think so. I don't think it was.
Disney movie? I would just go Aladdin then.
Aladdin and Tarzan, right?
Yeah.
Best two.
Is Mulan
Mulan is Disney too.
All right, I'll take it back. I'd say Mulan.
Mulan?
Yeah.
Oh, come on now.
I had the video game, so I got to go with Mulan.
All right. So what's your favorite food?
My favorite food? I love sushi, but it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, it is. I actually like sushi as well. I've been someplace on Walnut Street and other places in the city. It's pretty good. And how about your favorite candy?
Favorite candy? I used to be obsessed with hot tamales.
Hot tamales?
I used to be obsessed with hot tamales. I don't know why. It was a bad habit. But I kind of stay away from candy right now. I love ice cream though.
All right, okay. So what's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear? I don't know. I try to live life without fear. I don't know.
All right, do you have any hobbies?
Any hobbies?
Yeah.
Music's probably my biggest hobby. I listen to music all day, every day. Except music, I like to go to the gym. I don't know, but yeah, music's probably my biggest hobby.
All right, so one last question. Did you enjoy being here?
Do I enjoy being here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love being here. I love being in college. It goes by so quick, but I'm just trying to soak up everything this last year. But yeah, I love being at LaSalle.
All right, well, thanks for coming, Jason.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. This was another interview segment on SportsLine. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Now let's get into exploring headlines. Are you already excited for the basketball season to begin? Well, here's your chance to ensure that you won't miss any home games. Season tickets are now on sale. Recent graduates can purchase the gold ticket plan for only $175 or the blue plan for $100. All new and existing season ticket holders will receive 25% off a number 15 replica jersey being sold at the bookstore. To order your season tickets, call the number below or email tickets@lasalle.edu.
Men's soccer goalie senior John McCarthy was named Philadelphia Soccer Six Defender of the Week for this past week. He earned the nod thanks to his performances in the games against LIU Brooklyn and St. Peter's. McCarthy totaled 9 saves in the 2 games. He is currently ranked 4th in the A10 for saves per game and 6th in goals against average.
Grad student Zach Sullivan and freshman Francis Ferruzzi were named Performer of the Week and Rookie of the Week, respectively, by the A10 for their performances at the Friends Big 5 Invitational. Sullivan finished 3rd in the 6K with a time of 18:52.22. Ferruzzi came in 12th with a time of 19:06.12. This marks the first time both runners have been honored by the A10. Following the A10's announcement, the cross-country team as a whole found out that they were ranked 4th in the latest Mid-Atlantic region poll by the USTFCCCA.
The men's soccer team invites you to participate in a tailgate at PPL Park on Saturday, October 5th to support Toronto FC player and LaSalle alum Ryan Richter. Tickets for the tailgate and the game are $40.
Men's and women's soccer invite all soccer alum to attend Alumni Day on Friday, October 18th. A reception will be held at 6 p.m. in between the men's and women's home games. Admission is $20 and includes food and beverages. To register for both of these soccer events, visit goexplorers.com.
We are going to take a quick break, but when we get back, Brendan Rigney will tell you which game to watch during the upcoming week in the marquee matchup.
Hello LaSalle, welcome to another edition of Marquee Matchup on SportsLine. I'm your host Brendan Rigney, and today I am here to fill you in on this week's game to watch. Men's soccer. The team plays Lehigh on Saturday, September 21st at 1 here at McCarthy Stadium. Now, let's focus on the key players of the game. First is the senior Jason Plumhoff. The veteran captain currently leads LaSalle with goals scored and assists. If Plumhoff continues at this rate, he's on par to challenge the school career assist record set in the mid-90s. Also watch out for goalie John McCarthy. He was named one of the nation's top 10 returning goalkeepers for the 2013 season by TopDrawerSoccer.com. Thus far this season, he has only allowed 5 goals on 55 shots faced. McCarthy already has 19 saves this season and is inching closer to get the school record for career saves and total games played. Now, let's turn to the keys of the game. Lehigh does not have much success in scoring. Out of their 55 shots, only 2 have made it in the net. LaSalle, on the other hand, has scored 8 of their 60 shots. With that said, the Explorers need to focus on being selective with the shots they take. Another thing to consider is last year's game against Lehigh. The Explorers won 2-0, but did not get on the board until late into the 50th minute. The blue and gold need to come out relentless and strong. Let's hope LaSalle ekes this out and comes away with a win. I'm Brendan Rigney, and this was your week's marquee matchup.
Thank you, Brendan. So if you're looking for a good game, check out the men's soccer game against Lehigh. Or here's a quick peek at the other home games that are scheduled for this weekend for the Explorers.
Be sure to keep up with this weekend's sporting events by following us on Twitter at SportsLine LTV. We will be posting game updates, and we'll also do sneak peeks into our upcoming show. Also check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/LaSalleTV. We welcome you to send us your thoughts and suggestions about the show on either website.
So Bethany, which game are you going to go to this weekend? You going to go to the soccer game?
I'll probably go to the soccer game. I think that'll probably be a good one.
I think so too.
Brendan thinks so.
Yeah, I mean, if Brendan said so, you got to go. And especially Jason Plumhoff doing a great job this season, and John McCarthy coming back. He was out with a concussion, and yet he's still topping the A10s and getting recognized, which is really great because he was out for 2 games and then comes right back, and he's right back in the swing of things, which is impressive, I think.
Yeah, and I think the fact that just like even in our show, if you think about how many times we've mentioned men's soccer, it's just definitely a good game that we'll go to.
Absolutely. Anything else? Field hockey, they're playing this weekend too. A little worried about them. You know, they're 1-5. Do you think they're going to be able to make it? Do you think they're going to squeeze out a win?
I think it's their time to squeeze out a win this weekend.
Hopeful.
We got it.
Well, for Bethany and our entire SportsLine team, I'm Cody Barr, and we'll see you at the game.